people used to really try to get down on me. And I remember somebody told me, like, dude, you're going to be skinny all your life. You'll never put on weight. And as a kid, man, I believed that. Welcome to the Personal Development Blueprint. The podcast is all about leveling up and helping you become the best version of yourself. I'm your host, Jay Cope. Join me as we talk about different tools and strategies to help you navigate through everyday life, creating a blueprint for your personal growth. Let's get into it. Welcome back, Blueprint Crew. Y'all are now tuned into another episode of the Personal Development Blueprint. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all ever wonder what separates the icons and the people who really out here achieving greatness from everybody else? Like, what's the secret ingredient that allows some people to not only chase their dreams, but to make them come true, while other people seem to just stay the same? Well, today we diving into a concept that not only gonna answer these questions, but completely change the way we look at challenges and failure. So what exactly are we talking about? Mindset. And we're going to talk about two different types. That way you can figure out which one you currently got. Also, we're going to talk about three major parts that you can use to build a strong foundation for your mindset. And that's going to set the tone for whatever it is in life that you want to accomplish. And for my people that like the extras, I got a cold bonus tip for y'all if you stick around to the end. Now, to get started, we got two different types of mindsets. We got a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. I want you to take a minute and imagine that you're a gardener and your mind, that's your garden. All of your thoughts, your beliefs, and even your attitudes are the seeds that you're going to plant and take care of. A growth mindset is when you believe that with enough discipline, hard work, and consistency, them seeds can grow to crazy heights. I'm talking Jack and the Beanstalk high. It's understanding that all of your skills and your traits, they can be developed over time. Now, on the flip side, a fixed mindset is like thinking the seeds that you got are all you gonna ever have. You might feel like no matter what you do, your talents or your intelligence, they fix and they ain't never gonna change. So which mindset do you have? I think we can all relate to the fixed mindset, and at some point in our life, we experienced it in some way, shape, or form. I still remember when I was little, probably like around 8 or 9. And just for context, I've been a skinny guy all my life, and I used to get teased about it all the time. Man, people call me all types of names: Skinny Mini, Skeletor, Bones, Stick Figure. Y'all, people used to really try to get down on me. And I remember somebody told me, like, dude, you're going to be skinny all your life. You'll never put on weight. And as a kid, man, I believed that. I started developing that fixed mindset. It wasn't until, I saw a TV show one day that started the seed planting for my growth mindset. Y'all remember that TV show, Jenny Jones? Man, I'm probably showing my age here, huh? Well, it was a talk show that was similar to Maury or Jerry Springer, but it was an episode called Geek to Chic, or it was something like that, where basically kids was bullied or they was roasted for looking weird, and then they grew up and then they leveled all the way up. So this guy on the episode, they showed some pictures of him as a kid. Dude was super skinny and he looked kind of nerdy. And as a skinny kid myself, I could relate to this guy. So the show go on, and later on they bring the same dude out, and he like 20 years older. Man, this dude came out and he looking swole. I'm talking swole. He looked like one of those Magic Mike dancers or something. But I was in complete shock that this once skinny kid, he turned out to be this buff, ripped dude. I told myself that one day that's going to be me. Well, not the Magic Mike dancer part, but y'all get the drift. If you still find yourself on the fixed mindset side of the fence, don't worry, I got you. And after listening to this episode, you're going to have the tools that you need to shift over to a growth mindset. And then you'll start looking at challenges as opportunities and not obstacles. So let's move on to the three major parts that's going to build that strong foundation for your mental garden. And those are prepping the soil, planting the seeds, and then maintaining the garden. So having a productive mindset, that starts with your preparation. Imagine standing in your garden, you're getting ready to plant. You ain't going to just throw the seeds on the ground and hope for the best, right? I hope you ain't. You need to prep the soil first. When you think about your mind, prepping the soil means setting the foundation of positive thoughts. You can do this with positive self-talk. Words have power, y'all. The way you talk to yourself can either feed or drain your mental soil. You can also prep the soil by surrounding yourself with positive influences and just continuing to learn new stuff. Reading or listening to audiobooks is one of my favorite ways to do this. Think about how you react to a challenge. If you think right off the bat, I can't do this, then you planting seeds in bad soil. Instead, try thinking, okay, this might be a challenge, but I can learn from it and I can improve. When you prep your mental soil with positive affirmations, you create the perfect environment for growth. Now, once the soil is ready, it's time to plant the seeds. The seeds are your goals, your aspirations, or any new skills that you want to develop. So planting these seeds means setting clear, actionable goals, and then you make a plan to go after them. Let's say you want to lose weight or you want to get in shape. The seed is the desire to become fit. Now, to plant this seed effectively, you got to set some specific goals. And if you want some simple tips on how to set goals, check out the episode on goal setting. I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, set some specific goals like working out 3 days a week, going on a diet. Each small step is a part of the growth process. So you might be worried that your seeds won't grow. Listen, fear of failure, that's natural. But you got to remember, not every seed is going to sprout up right away. Patience and consistency are key. You got to focus on the process rather than the results. It might take us a while, but if we keep showing up, then the results going to show up. Key. So we did all this work to get our soil plant. Why am I saying soil planet? Captain Planet, he's our hero. All right, get back to it. We did all this work to get our soil prepped and our seeds planted. We good to go now, right? Wrong. The job ain't finished, y'all. We still got to maintain the garden. This means we got to water the seeds on the regular and hit them with some sunlight. So what are some ways to maintain your garden? Well, first and foremost, we got to stay consistent. If we not consistent, we cannot expect drastic results. If we half-step it, we're going to get half-step results. So regular practice and effort, that's going to be the key here. Whether it's daily reading, regular exercise, or consistent journaling, keep at it. Another way is to seek support. Surround yourself with people who encourage and support what you got going on. And we got to watch out for the dream killers, man, because they out here. If the people you hanging around tell you that your ideas ain't gonna never work or they stupid, then you need to limit yourself on sharing your visions with them type of people. Now, for my people that made it this far, I promised y'all a bonus tip. This tip is going to take your garden to the next level and really help you stand out from the rest. And that's taking care of the weeds. Let's talk about the weeds. Weeds in your garden are the negative thoughts and the bad habits that can choke your growth. So what happens when you ignore the weeds? They start to multiply and they can stop the overall growth of the whole garden. To make sure our seeds keep growing, we got to take care of the weeds. But how do we do that? If you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, that's a weed, y'all. We can pull it out by challenging that thought. Think about some of the wins that you had in the past. You replace that weed with a positive thought like, I got this and I'm getting better every day. I actually did an episode on self-doubt where we took a deeper dive into negative thoughts and how to deal with them. So if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link in the description below. So, Blueprint Crew, Remember, your mind is your garden. To create that growth mindset, you got to start by prepping the soil with positive thoughts and influences. Plant the seeds by setting clear goals, and maintain the garden by staying consistent and surrounding yourself with positive influences. And do not forget to take care of the weeds. And we do this by challenging negative thoughts and replacing them with positive ones. You ever feel like your mind is all over the place? I mean, you want to set goals and go after them, but you can't just seem to stay focused. Today, more than ever, everybody and everything is fighting for our attention. And if you're not careful, you can find yourself feeling like you on a hamster wheel, just stuck running, but ain't going nowhere. In the next episode, we're going to talk about the power of concentration. And I got some cold tips that's going to help you lock in and increase your focus. So stay tuned. Thank you for joining us on the Personal Development Blueprint. We appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you picked up a nugget or two to supercharge your personal growth. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. We would love to hear some of your feedback. And remember, every little win counts on the road to becoming the best version of yourself. So stay focused, keep pushing forward, and you will keep leveling up. Key.